Hello kids, this story is about a horse whose name is Whisker. He lives in a farm. Whiskers the horse was not like the other horses on the farm. While they loved to run fast, leaping over fences and galloping across the open fields, Whiskers preferred to trot slowly. He was more interested in the tiny world at his feet, the busy ants marching in a line, the shiny ladybugs crawling on a blade of grass, and the way a spider spun a perfect, glistening web between two fence posts. The other horses, like the fast and strong stallion Star, would often say, "Hurry up, Whiskers. What are you looking at? A horse's job is to run." Whiskers would just smile and take another careful step, his big eyes watching the little things. One crisp autumn morning, the farmer announced a big day. "Today, we'll go on an adventure. We need to find the best spot for our new vegetable garden. It's across the river and over the big meadow." The horses were thrilled. This was their chance to race and show off their speed. Stallion Star took the lead, with the other horses trotting quickly behind him. Whiskers, of course, took up the rear, his head low to the ground as he watched a bright yellow butterfly flit from flower to flower. When they reached the river, they found it was wider and faster than they remembered. The water was rushing, and the path that usually led across it was gone. The horses were afraid. The currents were too strong and the rocks at the bottom looked slippery. "We can't cross," Stallion Star whinnied, stamping his hooves. "The river is too dangerous." The other horses agreed. They looked around nervously, but they couldn't see another way. Whiskers, who had been watching the tiny world as he approached, noticed something no one else had. He saw a line of ants marching in a perfect curve around a big boulder. The ants were staying close to the edge, on a narrow, almost hidden, sandbar. He saw how the tiny butterfly he had been following had flitted over a set of flat, stable stones that were barely poking out of the water. "Follow me," Whiskers said quietly. The horses looked at him in surprise. "You?" Stallion Star scoffed. "You're the slowest horse on the farm." But they were desperate. They watched as Whiskers carefully stepped onto the first flat stone, his big, gentle hoofs finding a firm place. He didn't rush. He followed the path he had seen in the tiny world, a gentle curve to the left, around the big boulder, and over the sandbar. The other horses, watching him, slowly began to follow. They put their trust in his careful steps, and one by one, they all made it safely to the other side. When they reached the big meadow, they were tired from the difficult journey. Stallion Star, who had been so fast before, was breathing heavily. The other horses were looking for a place to rest. But Whiskers, who had been moving slowly all along, was feeling just fine. He trotted ahead, still watching the ground. He noticed the way the grass was tall and green in one spot, and short and dry in another. He saw how a small stream trickled underground, making one patch of soil rich and damp, perfect for a garden. He stopped in that exact spot. "Here," he said. "This is where the soil is best. The water is close, and it's perfect for a garden." The farmer, who had just caught up, saw the patch of land Whiskers was standing on. He bent down and felt the soil. "You're right, Whiskers," he exclaimed. "This soil is perfect." "How did you know?" Whiskers just blinked his big eyes. He didn't say anything, but the other horses understood. They had been so focused on going fast that they had missed all the important little details along the way. From that day on, no one ever teased Whiskers for being slow. They learned that there is great strength in being observant and taking your time. And sometimes, the very best path isn't the fastest one, it's the one you find by paying attention to the smallest details.